Hey, Faouzia, welcome. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am fantastic. So we're talking to you today, getting to know you a little bit better, as your song "Hero" is being played on radio stations all over Canada right now, including right here on
Ah,
Bolt FM. So, what's it like to hear your song on the radio?
oh my gosh, it feels like such an honor to be played on the radios that I grew up listening to. It's so surreal and it's very, very special. Funny enough, I haven't heard myself yet, but all of
What?
my friends have texted me videos or like sent me Snapchats or whatever it is, and they're like, "You're playing on the radio," and I kid you not, I've every time I get in the car, I turn on the radio, but I never catch myself on there. And I'm like, is this some type of curse or something? Like, why can't I hear it? But it's been really cool to hear it from others.
That's funny. And I watched the music video for your song, and it's a pretty cool video. I love that fighter game theme that you have, and all of the different
Thank you.
costumes and fighter characters. So, where did that idea come from?
So the first initial treatment, we wanted to have like a play on the four elements, so the fire, water, earth, and wind. And we wanted to create imagery around that and have like that heroic vibe. And so I wanted to create a narrative that went with these four themes. And I said, what if each element was a level and it was a level that you had to beat? And it was even more tied into the hero theme because we really wanted it to be like we don't need like I don't need a hero at the end of the day and to have that message like I will save myself even if you're not there for me. And so we wanted to make it a little more fun and showcase my personality because I am very like playful, but a lot of my music is serious. So with this song, we were like, this is the song to do it with, to have it be a little more lighthearted.
Right on. Yeah, that's really cool, and you got a really great product that came with that because, like I said, that video is pretty cool. I love it.
Thank you.
Now, something else about you is that if you are trilingual, hey,
I am.
that's
Yes,
pretty
I
cool.
speak. Thank you. I speak French, Arabic, and English.
Right. And speaking of that, you were actually born in Morocco. That's right.
I was born in Morocco, Casablanca, and we immigrated to Canada when I was one. So I didn't stay there for very long, but
Well, you were still born there. That's pretty cool.
yes, and like growing up, my parents were very Moroccan. And so as soon as I entered my house, it was like a little mini Morocco. So
Oh,
I stayed
nice.
very tied to my roots and I visited Morocco a few times for like months and I just feel very connected to Morocco, even though I didn't grow up there. It felt like I did, but in Carmen.
And speaking of Carmen, that's where you spent your childhood in small town Manitoba. That's kind of like us here in Humboldt. We're a small town Saskatchewan, a small town on the prairies. So is it harder for like a musician like yourself to get out there when you're from a small town?
I think it definitely takes a few extra steps because there isn't the biggest pop scene out there. There's a lot of other scenes for other genres, but you really need to push and break through that barrier. But I really think nothing is impossible if you really want to do it, and if you really love it, you're gonna find a way to do it. So that's that's kind of what I did.
And you have found a way to do it because you've worked with some big names like John Legend, Kelly Clarkson. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been so surreal working with artists that I grew up listening to.
And speaking of that, like what who are the artists that you look up to the most?
I really look up to Rihanna, Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, Stromae, Ariana Grande, like people that really take their art so seriously, are artists that I really admire.
Cool. And who would you say is your all-time favorite?
That's such a hard
I
question.
know.
I really don't think I have an all-time favorite.
And that's fair too. So this last week you've been pretty busy as you were at Fashion Week in New York. Were you just watching the show or were you there as a model?
Oh, I was definitely not there as a model. I'm 5'2", so I don't think there's any chance that I could ever model, but I've had the pleasure of enjoying the fashion shows, going to the events, the presentations, and witnessing how everything works. And it's very cool because each fashion show is very different. Like they all have their own spin on it. Like some of them have live models that stand in like in front of backgrounds to model the clothes, and then some of them walk down runways, and some of them it's just clothes on racks. And so it's different each time. You never really know what to expect.
And while you were in New York, you also went to the U.S. Open, hey?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to watch some of our young tennis stars, including Leylah Fernandez. What was
Yeah.
that like?
It was so special. I was in awe of both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them are incredible, spectacular women. They are 18 and 19, which is so shocking because imagine having all that pressure, all those eyes on you. And I was so excited that one of our own, like a Canadian, made it to the finals. And so that was really neat to watch. It was so intense. Everyone was like biting their nails. Like,
Absolutely. Oh, I'm sure
but
it
it was
was
a
just
really good
incredible.
match.
Yeah. So when you're not singing songs, what are you up to? What do you do in your spare time?
I am pretty like chill. I like to just spend time with my family, with my friends. I like to read. Um, but it's so hard to think about what I'm not doing when I'm not doing music because I feel like that takes up 99% of my time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's pretty time consuming and everything, you know.
For sure, yeah.
Do you have a favorite TV show?
I don't really watch that much TV, but I watch like certain YouTubers. I really like this one YouTuber. His name is Cody Ko. Um, and he does videos with Kelsey as well, and I love watching them. They're so hilarious.
So not much TV, more like YouTube vlog sort of side, hey?
For sure, yeah. I think because I never really have time to sit down and watch full-length episodes or just like seasons, I like to watch shorter videos here and there.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I get that. I get like that sometimes too, like just watching shorter stuff rather than
Yeah,
whole big television series and all that, you know?
yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day and talking with me.